Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 8, read. 44. On the ball.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Hey. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Manning. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set, ready. 30 base. 22 jet bomber. Check. Speed grip.
Manning now on first down. Evans has it left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, exit. 44
Shotgun now for Manning. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go one more. Jim. Lance 50. Gun.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 30. Two-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Set. 10-2, sir. Hey, Alpha. 44. Look, squeeze.
Hey, man, watch the boot. Undercrush.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get feet in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I got one. Slam.
On 1st down, Hilliard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
To throw is Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. After one, it's 9-0. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready.
54. Mike 54.
Ready.
Working from the gun, Manning. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's into the clear. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bailey got the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check pilot, 64, reach, now.
Looking to throw on second down. Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Caught out left side by Robinson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss. On. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Result of the play, first down, 8 to 10.
Baby, it's game, baby.
Got it.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Tackle. Check, cross,
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Cohen. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Anthony Harris on the tackle. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points. And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Minnesota.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Cousins now from the 50. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 30 yards. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Mike. Sandy! Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. 300. Check 59. Hey, Echo. 59. Mike to 59. Hey, here we go. He's checking. Hey, Ringo, 48. Crash. 59.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken very... And oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Minnesota.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dontrell Hilliard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Watch the safety creep. He's coming. Double up.
382. Last 50.
Lock 59.
Now a carry here for Hilliard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yellow. Hey, Foxtrot.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Akeem Hicks able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go.
Watch twins. Hatchet.
Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Cousins. This is screen to Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
30 base.
Hey, we got right. We got right.
On first and 10, here's Manning. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 41.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Manning. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And this is back down to a 7-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down, Vikings.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Let's go. Big air.
Hey, Ken. Yellow.
To throw, Cousins. Dancing to his left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Wild Bill. Switch.
2.
58, Mike. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Here's Hilliard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, click him.
Do.
Hey, high 7.
Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short.
The Bears move over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Manning. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It's John Simon with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get up. Two. Twitch. Watch the twitch.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Danny Trevathan on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
Right here. Check. 300.
On 2nd down, Hilliard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Mike, 58, right there. All day. 58, boy. 50. Watch the slap. Under 10.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Manning connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On first down, Manning. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears cut into that lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Wide.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And all the way down to the 26. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
58, Mike. Not today.
Hey, Stu. Listen to me.
58, come on.
Throwing here, Cousins. He can't get him down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All right, now here we go.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, exit.
Throwing is Manning on third down. That's complete right side to Gabriel. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Manning over the middle to Evans. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Manning looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Harris. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Interception on the game, baby. Yeah.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the